Mula sa kabisera ng Inglaterra, sa puso ng Britanya, London, UK. London, UK. Ito ang Channel Philippines Network, Pinoy Radio UK. Pinoy Radio UK. Sumasahing papawid 24 oras. 24 oras. Buong linggo. Sa www.pinoyradio.com PinoyRadioUK.com. Ang mga pinakapaborito mga awitin, mga pinakaabangang programa, at mga sariwang balita at impormasyon mula at para sa mga kababayang Pilipino sa UK at sa buong mundo. Pinoy Radio UK. Pinoy Radio UK.
Okay, happy Thursday ho. Magandang gabi ho sa inyong lahat mga kaibigan. Welcome ho sa ating program. It's Happy Thursday once again. Teka muna, medyo punong-puno ho kasi tayo ng computers dito sa harapan natin. So welcome ho sa ating program. Ako po si SONNY LARAGAN. It's a Happy Thursday. Immigration time na naman, no? So welcome. Good evening ho sa ating mga kababayan sa apat na sulok ho ng United Kingdom. Welcome ho. This is a regular Thursday nightly program. Broadcasting live ho mula ho dito sa United Kingdom. Ako po si SONNY LARAGAN, no? Like I said. And of course, tonight, it's another night of immigration, no? Teka muna, hindi lang sa mga kababayan natin sa buong United Kingdom ang ating binabati, pati yung ating mga kababayan sa Greater Europe, no? Sa Europe-wide. Magandang gabi din ho sa inyo. At syempre sa ating mga kababayan na nasa North America, South America na rin, sama na natin. Magandang hapon, umaga, no? Sa inyo, no? Hindi na umaga, medyo hapon na. So magandang hapon ho sa inyong lahat yan, no? Wherever you are sa North and South America, sa Pilipinas, magandang gabi ho. At sa Middle East, magandang advance yata ng 3 or 4 hours ang Middle East. Anyway, welcome ho sa ating program. Hindi po ako ang star of the show. Teka muna, nagpapapansin yung aking, halika na, come. Nagpapapansin yung aking little girl. Ito po si Snooki, ang aming co-host niya, attorney. No? Ayan, pakilala ko na para hindi na ho magtagal. Ito ho yung ating star of the show. No? Siya ho, siyempre, ang reason behind having this show in a way because siya ang may alam sa immigration expert ho. And she has the honor of being the first ever Pinay, no, Filipino lawyer dito ho sa United Kingdom. Kaya I'm so honored really doing the show with her every Thursday. So, tawagan na natin, mga kaibigan, ang managing partner po ng Douglas Simon Solicitors. Walang iba kundi ang Brains and Beauty, si Attorney LIRA Simon CABATBAT. Happy Thursday, Attorney!
Happy Thursday, Sonny. And sa inyo pong lahat, happy Thursday. And good to be back, no? Although spring has not sprung. Ang lamig nga, ano? Malamig ba dyan sa inyo, Sonny? It's so cold. Biglang lumamig ulit.
Yeah. Oo, cloudy. In fact, nag-uulan nga rin eh. Yeah, hindi pa. Spring, tek muna. Well, springtime na, di ba? More or less, di ba? Because the June is, June ba? June ang summertime eh. June, July, August eh. Yeah. Hindi pa. Hinihintay ko pa rin. Namimiss ko yung springtime. Oo. Alam niya, may show tayo, attorney, biglang tumahon. Oo, biglang naman nagpapansin.
Yeah,
so, alam niya kasing may show tayo, so gusto niyang dito siya kinakadil-kadil, kinakawakan. You know, whenever I have her, everybody, there's a smile. It gives a smile on people's faces eh. Sabi siguro, I don't know kung natukulitan sila o they will think na, ba, lalaki na yun, hawak-hawak yung kanyang doggy, no? Pero, yeah. Ay, pati kakulay, maraming kulay ito eh. Kulay ng damit ko, kulay ng sofa, kulay ng, maraming kakulay ito. Pati yung toy niya, mamaya pag makita ko mag-break, pakita ko yung toy niya. Kakulay niya rin yung toy niya eh. Yung kanyang stuffed toy. Yeah, oo. So, well, kumusta? How was it? Weekend, attorney, mama-shift lang ako ng topic. How was it? What were you doing during the coronation celebrations? How was it?
Yeah. Nanood nga kami. Yeah, nanood ako, but just on TV. I did not go. No, it was But it was nice to see, no? No, I think they did very well. It was quite impressive, nga, no? I mean, they do it well here, no? The Brits do the pomp and ceremony very, very well, I think. So I enjoyed it. And then, yeah. So and I think on Sabado ba? Sabado, no? Sabado ba?
Sabado yata. Sabado, yeah. It was Saturday.
Yeah, linggo, it was
Concert,
a nicer
yung
day
show.
than Saturday, no? Yeah, so it's
yeah, yes, you're right.
diba?
Correct. Oo.
Yeah,
Oo,
it was
kasi
sunnier.
maambon,
Yeah, so that was quite
breezy,
nice.
diba?
Yeah,
Oo nga,
I tell
oo.
you what, I'm getting used to, diba, no, first Monday of May, bank holiday natin dito, no, sa UK.
Yes.
Then, of course, the second, for the
End of the
coronation, we
month.
had another bank holiday. And
Third yun.
itong Lunes na ito, it would be we won't have a bank holiday, but the end of the month, meron naman tayong bank holiday, no? So it's like working
really?
4 days a week, and I'm kind of enjoying it, no, diba?
Well.
Quite nice, no?
Oo nga. Yeah, well, this has not happened in a long time, diba? We have just a regular bank holidays. Now we have extra bank holidays, and I'm sort of enjoying it because I have a different atmosphere now. I'm a bit, although I still have retained my place dyan malapit sa atin, but I have gone to the southeast of England, no? And for a while, dito muna ako, nag-aabang ako for the deliveries, ng mga sofa and everything. Kasi dito pala sa United Kingdom, attorney, akala ko, saglit lang umorder ng sofa, ng mga beds. It takes time pala, mga 2 months lead time, between 6 weeks onwards, no? So yeah.
So, and how was your tiling? No, last time nag-usap tayo, you sabi sa akin, you looked it up and you were tiling yourself. No, how's that? Is that finished?
Yeah, okay na. Ang naman is because of it, parang I was caught by the tiling bug. Parang I'd like to tile everybody's houses eh. Dahil sometimes when you do it for the first time, it's a learning curve yun, a steep learning curve eh. Pero when you get to do it and anything, okay lang. So it was taking me a long time because siyempre hindi naman ako sanay, susukat ako when I make my measurements. Siguro for somebody experienced, saglit lang ako. It takes me a long time, no? I struggle with my pero okay naman. I love it, and it has more or less inspired me to do some DIYs sa aking old home, no? So yeah, that's nice to see you, attorney. Maganda talaga. Yeah. Well, yeah, it's good. It's really good. It's good. I don't know if pero most of the things I've learned in the last 3-4 years. I've done a lot of things. The last 4 years, 3 years of my life. Now I haven't done in a long time. Snooki, you're doing a show with your aunt, LIRA, Tita LIRA. Yeah. Ayaw, si Snooki.
She's so cute.
How's
Cute siya.
How's nga pala? Medical condition, how's anong update kayo, kay Watson?
Oh yeah, so he's much better.
Di ba meron siyang
yung
yung rayuma? Di ba may rayuma yata nung huling nagkakausap tayo, di ba?
Yeah. So yun, he will have that for the rest of his life, really. So kailangan niya injection every month. So at the moment, okay siya. No, I mean, tumatalon pa rin. No, he's still running off. So he's still stealing food. No, so his food mad tong asong to. I mean, kung ano makakain niya, kainin niya. Anything really. Tapos anything. No, it's anything that's barely edible, kakainin nga niya. But and so he is now 43 kilos ata siya, 43 kilos, no?
Ooh,
lost,
wow.
He still needs to lose another, he really should be about 40 kilos, no, at maximum. So he needs to lose another 3 kilos nga.
Mabigat yan because itong mga Pomeranians, they range from 2.7 to 3 a little. Parang I don't know kung 3 to 7 pounds, the heaviest. So magaan sila, magaan. Maliit lang. Talagang toy dog talaga. toy dog breed tong mga gantong kaliliit eh. Which is good, pero ang problema lang, I don't know with Watson, sabi mo, maski kakain niya, ito naman maselan. For example, ang ginagawa ko kasi nagbo-boil ako ng chicken, it could be wings, it could be legs, no? May mura lang sa Lidl eh, yung mga tipong 2 pounds lang yata sa mga ilang piraso yung pakukulangan ko. Yung first luto, nakakain niya. Pero siyempre, di ba, may itatabi ako. Yung second day or kung yun ang pakakain ko, hindi na niya kinakain. So, bibili ako ng bibili ako ng ang pangalan nito, yung beef, ano ba yung pangalan? Yung minced beef. Lulutuin ko. Pag yung first luto, kakainin niya. But yung isa-serve mo yung natira, leftover, yung, alam mo na, for second or third, hindi niya kakainin.
Ayaw niya.
Yun, ayaw na, oo. So, naiingit ako kay
no
Watson.
to leftovers. No to leftovers sa kanya. So, no, Watson. Ako, talaga kahit kakainin niya, truly, anything.
Direct may photo ba tayo ni Watson niya para at least may reference. Ito si Snooki kasi nakikita ng mga viewers. Pero si Watson ba? Ayan si Watson. Oo, ito ho. Ayan. Kita mo? Ayan, sarap naman ang kanyang, wow. Ano ba yan? Noodles?
Yes, a little bit. Pagka wala ng laman, yung yogurt pot, no? Pagka wala ng laman, binibigay ko sa kanya. So he can lick it, no? Because it's not really good for them too much of that, no? Pero gustong-gusto niya yung yogurt. Pero malaki yung aso namin. So ganyan, ang itsura niya ngayon, makikita niyo malaki. Talaga malaki siya. So there's
malaki ilong niya.
He's a very large.
Ayan, may live video. Ayan, ang laki ng ilong. Attorney, ang laki ng ilong. Kita mo, siguro yung ilong niya, mga 10-15 times ito ilong ni Snooki. Pakita mo direct yung ilong ni Snooki. Pakita mo direct yung ilong ni Snooki. Ito, ayan ang liit lang yan,
Yeah.
Grabe.
Yeah, cute.
Sobrang liit. Grabe ito si Snooki Tuk. Anyway, okay, teka muna, ang topic natin for tonight is ito yung immigration laws of UK residency. Ayan, part 1 to. Ayun, medyo interesting to. So, ngayon pa lang, okay, go ahead, attorney, you were about to say something.
Yeah. So, marami akong, we're getting now, I certainly am getting to that age when I need to also think about retirement nga, no? Marami din akong mga kliyente, tsaka mga kaibigan nga, no? They're beginning to think about, matagal na nga sila dito, ano bang gagawin nga nila, going forward, maganda bang dito sila, partly, tapos sa atin, o sa atin mainly, And that there are a number of things really na that are quite big issues na lagi ko sinasabi sa kanila, pag-isipan nyo ito maigi bago kayo kumilos. So I thought it would be interesting to deal with the 3 main topics within ito nga, immigration and retiring in the Philippines nga mismo. So sabihin natin, dito nga kayo nagtatrabaho, matagal na kayo nagtatrabaho dito, tinitingnan nyo nga, okay, sapat ng pera nyo, gusto nyo umuwi nga sa atin, or spend a bit of time nga sa atin, or you're getting to that age where you think, well, pagod naman na ako, gusto ko na magpahinga. So, there are 3 things really na I think you must look at kung yun ang plano nyo. Ang unang-una, and I would say, ang pinaka-importante, itong loss of UK residency. Dahil kung nandito nga kayo, meron kayo, either you're British or indefinite nga kayo, ano mangyayari kung matagalan kayo sa atin, And things to look out for. So part 1 po yun. Part 2 is pension. I get a lot of inquiries, immigration and pension. So matagal na kayong tatrabaho nga dito, nagbayad kayo ng taxing NI, and you now want to retire, So what happens to the pension, yung state pension nyo nga? And then pangatlo, and again, it's a big deal, is NHS. So kung ano mangyari, sabihin natin umuwi kayo sa atin, tapos hindi naman, gusto yung bumalik nga dito, o hindi, you want partly there, partly here, would you still be entitled to treatment under the National Health Service, the NHS, Kung magkasakit nga kayo. And that becomes even more important, mainly the older you get. So, three-part po ito, immigration and retiring in the Philippines. Part one nga ngayon, and I would say probably the most important part, because of course that dictates the other issues, no? Itong loss of UK residency. And I have the unfortunate, experience of having to advise quite a few people at the moment nga, yung nga nangyari sa kanila, na nawala nga yung status nga nila dito. And now we're looking at, okay, ano pwede ba nating gawin? So hopefully, you can avoid that problem. So importante po itong pag-uusapan natin mamaya.
Wow, napaka-interesting yan. Naku, grabe, no? Kaya kayo, standby na ho kayo dyan. Tell your friends about it. Very, very important ito pag-uusapan natin. Okay, segue lang tayo sa ating yung the usual game na we have, no? Little game that we have. Si Atty. Dana last Tuesday, 3 out of 3, hat trick, no? You did a hat trick one time, di ba? Yeah. Oh, let's subukan natin. Let's have a little game. Go.
It's a best.
Yeah, go. Direct.
Okay.
Okay, ayan. Oh, yan. So hula time. Okay, bragging rights. Yung unang babati, ma-acknowledge natin, no? Okay, sino kaya?
Okay, I think Oliver.
Oliver
Our friend
Fernandez.
from across the pond. Yeah, oo nga.
Sige,
Oliver.
Sige.
Oliver.
Last siya.
Ata.
Okay. Last yata siya ba una last time? Last Monday, ano? Siya rin.
Yeah.
Okay, so say Oliver. Okay, we look forward to Oliver. Yeah. Oh,
the other charming man, Edgardo. Well done,
Edgar
no?
the guy.
It could be
done,
first
yes.
time niya, no? As
First time ba?
as
O
they
dati na siya
usually-
nakapasok din? First time.
Top three
Right,
siya.
first time.
It could be, no? Yeah. Hi,
That's
hi
good.
sir, no?
Huh?
Happy
Yeah.
Thursday, sabi niya, no? Happy
Oo
Thursday to Mr. Laragan,
Yes.
Attorney Lira, and hardworking Direct Pao, and to the viewers. Work from Canary Wharf today. Oh gosh, you're traveling, no? Northern Line going south to Morden, and Jubilee Line both busy going east and west.
Wow, both
Yeah,
directions.
looking forward to lots
Okay.
of learning again today. Thanks, Egay the guy. Yeah, na Egay the guy. No, it's
Edgar the guy.
it's such it's probably quite nice to work from home, but I can't work from home. I mean, it's you see, it's Edgardo. You I don't know how you do it actually. Tell us. Think you have to have a kind of self. I don't know. You need to be anong tawag nun? Some self-control, no? To be able to, lots of self-control to be able to work from home. And I know, siguro siya, he has self-control.
Because of mga distractions, no? Pero iba kasi ang field mo, attorney, lawyer kayo eh. So you really have to tag dito, it would be nice really to be in the office, no? Pagka ganyan, no? Sila kasi they do some bookkeeping, accounting, financing things, no? So, but yeah, at least first time. Congratulations, ha? Thank you. Edgardo, no? Si Egay the guy, no? Ayun, meron siyang YouTube, mga kaibigan.
Egay the guy.
Check it out. Egay the guy YouTube page niya. Okay, attorney, sino ang pangalawa natin?
Okay, I think okay. I'm sticking with Oliver. Si Oliver ate.
Oliver, sige. Oliver Fernandez. Tingnan natin.
Oliver! Oh, wonderful.
We look forward talaga to kasi magaganda yung mga message ito. Go, attorney. Sige.
Yeah, one for two, no? Good evening, Attorney Lira, Kuya Sonny, Direct
One
Pao,
for two.
and the rest of Filipino TV Europe, yeah? We're having a bright and sunny day here in the Pacific Northwest. Time to
Wow.
dust off those sunglasses and watch out for the rising pollen count. You're so right. A warm and calming cup of tea is in order as
cup
we
of
learn
tea,
about
no?
today's topic on immigration and retiring in the Philippines. Oh, Oliver, I think I tell you, one person I hope would never retire in a way is si Oliver, because I think he would be a loss to his profession if he retires nga. But it will be well
Yeah,
deserved, no? If he ever decides
pag-retire mo
to
naman,
retire.
attorney, pag-retire, despite his, yung condition niya, he's really working, eh. And maganda, he's a fighter. He fights yung kanyang challenge ng kanyang physical, niya, no? But that's good. And I think, well, not only is he a nurse, but he's also a really parang writer, no? He phrases, he composes his messages well, no?
Yeah,
Of
no,
the
talaga.
sunglasses. Imagine, kasi nga, di ba, sunny sila, eh.
Yeah.
Nasa
Yun nga,
UK,
he's so poetic.
very poetic, very good. Good with his writing. So, saludo kami. Kudos to Oliver. One, nakakuha ka ng isa, no? Attorney. Okay. Sino next natin?
Okay. All right. I think si Miss Paner.
Miss Paner. Okay. Paner.
Yeah, Marian Galicia Paner.
And last week. Si Marian. Marian.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah.
Oo.
Hello po, magandang gabi, Kuya Sonny and Attorney Lira. At sa lahat, maulang gabi po. And stay safe always and stay healthy and God bless us po. The happy Thursday po sa ating lahat. Happy Thursday, Miss Paner. Hope you're well and hopefully you're inside. Yeah.
Yes, hopefully nasa loob ka at ayan, oo, tama. At umulan na. Wow, kanina may tumawag sa akin, sunny daw sa kanila sa may bandang ano pangalan itong part ng Greenwich, Lewisham, no? Maaraw daw. Sabi ko, hindi, dito very cloudy, no? Very overcast. Okay, sige, mga message natin, direct. Cherry Allison, bago ba to?
Cherry Allison, no, she's messaged us before. I remember because she actually has a cherry as her emoji, no?
Cherry.
Yeah, magandang gabi po sa lahat.
Okay.
Magandang gabi, Cherry. Kamusta ka?
Cherry, good evening.
Nasaan ka? No?
Kamusta ka?
Yan si Cherry.
Anong part ka?
Wow, lovely photo.
Wow. Cherry Allison.
Nasaan ka ngayon, Cherry?
Mabuhay ka.
Tell us. Yeah.
Tell us.
Si Analu.
Analu. Kumusta ka na, Analu?
Lovely Analu.
Lovely Analu,
check out the sunglasses, no? I love it, the sunglasses. So, amazing Thursday evening po, Attorney Lira, Kuya Sonny, Direct Pao, and to all viewers, ingat po tayo palagi. God bless everyone. God bless Analu. Hopefully you're well and you're not working too hard, no? I love the sunglasses.
Yes. Right. Mabuhay, ha? Mabuhay, yes. Okay.
Tingnan mo si Miss Raquel. Yeah.
Magaling siya. Wala sakit.
She must be feeling good, no? All caps tayo.
Feeling good, no? Naka-all caps,
Yeah. Good evening, Sonny and Attorney Lira. Direct Pao. Hello, Snooki. Happy Thursday, everyone. It's nice to be back again here in London. Yeah, I mean, how did you get you're over the jet lag now, no, Miss Rafael? Okay ka na? You're now back to the normal, no, time.
Siguro back na because she came back in time for the coronation, eh. So chimempo siya.
Good.
In time for the coronation.
That's really good.
That's good.
No?
Well and good, no?
Yeah, that's great.
Okay. Sino to? Anakin. Si Gabriela. Mabuhay.
Yeah. Anakin Gabriela.
We love her.
Silang. Yeah. Na-late ako. Good evening, Mr. Sonny Repao. And syempre, Idol Attorney, ikaw naman. Tingnan lang picture niya. How artistic is that, no? I love that. Yung picture niya.
Galing. Wow, Gabriela, Gabs, mabuhay ka. And thank you very much. No, I would love to go back to Athens, to Greece. I haven't explored the different islands. Maraming islands yan, Attorney. Napunta ko lang, Aegina ba yan? Aegina, ako anong pronunciation nun. So, ayan. Sino to? Ma'am Cora!
Si Ma'am
mabuhay ka.
Hi, Ma'am Cora.
Ma'am Cora, yes.
Magandang gabi. Yeah, magandang gabi po. Magandang gabi, Sir Sonny at Attorney Lira, Derek Paula, at lahat. Maraming salamat uli sa pagbabahagi nyo sa amin na magkakaalam sa imigrasyon. My God, ang deep Tagalog si Ma'am Cora, no?
Wow.
Maaari nang hindi kami saklaw ng mga itong ngunit, yeah. Sana may bahagi namin sa mga may bahagi namin sa mga kapwa na naming kakailanganin ng mga ito. Si Ma'am Cora, she's so, pagka nagme-message siya ng Tagalog, so deep Tagalog. You can tell she's he was a teacher, no? He's
Oh,
just
oh.
so yeah,
Sure.
this would come from a teacher.
Or she's being happy tonight. She's having a bit playful tonight, and she would like to.
Yeah.
Ito, nagtatagalog siya. Nakakatuwa yan eh. Magtagalog. Ako, when I started with my broadcast career sa Pilipinas, 40 years ago. Oh, 40 years ago, attorney, more than 40 years ago. 45
Okay.
plus. Oh, imagine mo yun. Oh. So I was very young then. And English ang ano ko yan, ang kasi tayo no, mga DJs, mga newscasters, English. Tapos merong mga Tagalog stations sa mga DZRH. So nung namatay si Ninoy Aquino, nasa FM ako, news editor ako ng DZMB FM. And Ray Langit, yung broadcaster sa Pilipinas, said parang sani, kulang kami ng reporter eh, baka pwede mag-report ka. Sabi ko, hindi naman ako marunong mag-Tagalog. Yung I know, pero yung to report in, mga kaibigan, sa mga sumandaling ito, atin pong inaantabayanan ng habang tinatahak po natin ang kahabaan ng malalalim ang Tagalog, yung mga reporters.
Oh, talaga.
Taglish. Oo, ako, okay lang, ganun, di ba? Okay lang. And like them, they will have to phrase it in a very, tayo po ay nasa panulukan ng Rizal Avenue at Recto. So, in English, that would be, I am right now at the corner of Rizal Avenue and Recto Avenue, ganyan. Pero, Tagalog eh. Sana nga kinalalagyan mo, Sonny. So, where is your location? Sana kinalalagyan mo, yan. Andito ako ngayon, parang Ray, nasa panulukan ako ng Rizal Avenue at Recto at nakikita natin sa mga sumandaling ito ang napakaraming mga estudyante at winawagayway nila bandila. Ito'y bilang protesta. So it's Tagalog. I had to learn that, no? Eventually. Oo, ganun kalalim. Hindi.
Wow.
But if you were to do it, so I had to do it in Taglish because I said, parang Ray, English ako eh. Hindi naman sa Pilipino ako, pero hindi ako sanay nung ganung klase ng Tagalog. Diba? Na, mga ganun. So anyway, it's cute that time. So thank you, Ma'am Cora. Naalala ko at the time when I was doing freelance. Well, freelance in the sense that I was the regular, kasi sister stations yun. And then they said, parang Sonny, baka dagdag reporter ka. So I was mobile number 11. During the burial of Ninoy Aquino. So yeah, nakakatuwa yan. Wow. Sino to? Lizzie Hobbs. Lizzie.
Lizzie. Hi, Miss Hobbs. Yeah. Masayang Huwebes po, Atty. Lira and Sir Sonny at kay Direct Pao. Yeah, masayang Huwebes din. Miss Hobbs, I hope you well, no? Oh, and
yes.
Snooki, you're so very cute. Yeah, I mean, she is very cute. Si Snooki.
Kumakain si Snooki ngayon. Meron siyang nakalimutan ko ng pangalan nun. Yung parang, I forgot the name eh. Binili ko yun sa matagal na, hindi pa yung nauubos. Yung parang ginangat niya, attorney, yung para siyang, para siyang balat siguro na naka-roll.
Oo.
Mamaya, pagka nag-stop siya sa kunin ko, pakita ko.
Their hides. Their hides.
Ito.
Yeah, their hides. Oo nga.
Ito, pinakakain ko sa kanya. Yan. Gusto niya. Yan. Sige, sorry.
Yeah, maganda sa ipin nila.
Alright. Yeah. Wow. Kaya pala, yan ang pinakain niya. Sa gutom niya. Anakin.
Yung background ni Atty. Lira. Si Gabriel. So, yung background ni Atty. Lira, elegante, parang hirap basahin lahat ng nandiyan. Hindi ko binabasa lahat yung nasa likod, no? I mean, they're old books, no? Actually, I love old books, no? Dahil nga, I mean, it's just the idea it was like 100 years ago, or even 50 years ago, but even older than 100 years nga, no? How can it survive that long? So I do like nga old books. Pero mahirap ng basahin because ang liit-liit ng mga writing and also magkakadikit. I think they were saving on paper in those days. But no, they're actually old books. Tama ka, Gabriela. They are in fact old books.
In the Philippines, attorney, because I took up law, no? I only finished up to third year because I couldn't finish it because I got into a lot of things, no? Sa Pilipinas, pagka, meron tayong SCRA. I don't know if you've heard of SCRA. Supreme Court Reports Annotated. So when you are a lawyer, eventually, if you can afford it na, you will buy yung scrapbooks so that when you set up an office, it comes displayed, no? Yung scra, Supreme Court reports annotated. Yun din ang pinag-aaralan namin. Kunyari, pag may pag-aaralan ako, may mga cases, you will have to check up yung mga scra, yung Supreme Court reports annotated. So, yeah, nakakatuwa.
Nice
Rudy.
books.
Rudy.
Hi, Billy Brooklyn, So, happy Thursday ng araw na gabi. Elegant and lovely, Attorney Lira. Sir Sonny, cutie Snooky. Sir Edgar, direct lovely Paula. And all happy viewers. God bless us. So, God bless, no? Team Libro. Hopefully, you're okay, no?
Yes, mabuhay ka, Rudy, and family,
Yeah, mabuhay,
Okay.
Si Cherry Allison, cooking po ng pinakaitan Ilocano while tuning in. Wow! I'm from Hoxton, London po. Hi,
Sumuso yan, pinapaitan.
Wow! Pinapaitan.
Hindi po yung sabaw niyan.
Yeah. Ang sarap niyan. I'm getting hungry, Cherry.
I haven't eaten that in a long time. Gusto ko yan papaitan. Wow. Yan mga lamang loob yata yan, diba? Chop and then medyo masarap na yung sabaw niya. Pakinggan nga. Anyway, so ayan, okay.
Yeah, sabi po ni Anya, ni Gabriel, exciting topic tonight, attorney, multitasking here. Pero nakababad ako ng pakikinig sa inyo. Salamat po, no? Na-addict na ako sa programa nyo. Sobrang dagdag kaalaman. At libre pa. Tama ka.
Yes, thank you. Mabuhay ka, mabuhay. Gabriela, no? So, thank you. Okay, yan na muna, no? We're gonna have a short break and pagbalik ko natin yung kaninang part 1, loss of UK residency na binigyan ng pasakali ni attorney, and it's very interesting. Tell your friends about it. It's a very, very interesting topic for tonight. It's a part, how many part 3 of, first of part, 3-part series? Ano ba yan, attorney?
Opo.
2-part series.
So
3-part series.
Part 1 of 3 parts.
Okay, all right. So, we're gonna have a short break at pagbalik ko natin, ito ho, pag-discuss natin yung loss of UK residency. Very interesting topic, no? Kaya marami tayong matututunan tonight. So, wag ko kayong aalis. Kami po ay magbabalik, makaraan ang ilang paalala.
Mula noon hanggang ngayon, serbisyong mapagkakatiwalaan, serbisyong maaasahan pagdating sa inyong mga padalang balikbayan boxes. Dito ka na sa Forex Cargo. Sa presyong kayang-kaya ng bulsa, sigurado ka pa sa inyong padala. Forex Cargo. Dahil kailangan makarating. Call 0208-813-7064. O ano pang inaantay niyo mga kabayan? Tayo na sa Forex Cargo.
100% all natural, tasty, healthy, versatile, 4 unique flavors. Taste a real sauce. Galettos.
Mula sa kabisera ng Inglaterra, sa puso ng Britanya, London, UK. Ito ang Channel Philippines Network, Pinoy Radio UK. Sumasayang papawid 24 oras. Buong linggo sa www.pinoyradiouk.com. Ang mga pinakapaborito mga awitin, mga pinakaabangang programa, at mga sariwang balita at impormasyon mula at para sa mga kababayang Pilipino sa UK at sa buong mundo. Pinoy Radio UK.
Okay, tuloy-tuloy ho tayo sa ating palatuntunan. Ito po ang Immigration Corner on a Thursday night. Ayan, ready na ho kayo ng mga paper and pencil. Take notes para nang sa ganun, meron ho kayong matutunan at maibahagi ho ninyo. Gaya ng sabi ni Ma'am Cora Carsola doon sa mga concerned at nangangailangan. Attorney, good evening once again, no? Attorney Lira Simon Cabatbat. Ayan, yung ating kauna-una abogada. How many years ago yan, Attorney? I keep on bragging about it, mentioning it on the program. Kailan yan? Because I remember you missed it by a year yata. Parang sabi mo, pero yung pala, ahead ka pala ng 1 year pa. Di ba? Parang ganun, no?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So I thought this year, 30 years ago. So I was working on, big big anniversary nga. But actually, when I looked up my SRA, the Solicitor's Regulatory Authority records, I'm actually now 31 years post-qualification experience na nga, no?
Wow.
So over 3 decades now, as a solicitor, as a practicing solicitor. It doesn't even include yung training and saka yung studies, which is an additional that would be an additional 3 years, no? 3 years plus 3 years, 6 years. So actually, I have been in law
37.
37 years. Yeah.
Wow.
37 years. Wow.
Amazing. I mean, and congratulations, and I'm so honored, Attorney, you being the first ever Filipino or Filipina, lawyer dito sa United Kingdom. O sige, tingnan mo na. Ano natin? Mukhang excited din sila, no? Loss of UK Residency, Part 1 tonight. Take it away, Attorney.
Okay, salamat po. Now, I'm quite excited actually about dealing with this topic generally. Yung sabi ko kanina, ang pag-uusapan po natin for the next this week and the next couple of weeks nga is 3 parts, no? So it's specifically dealing with yung immigration and retiring in the Philippines. Then I get regularly questions about it. I have friends and also mga kliyente ko. It's either sapat ng pera nila, gusto nila magpahinga sa atin, o kaya matanda na nga sila and then they want to see about maybe retiring nga in the Philippines or not even fully retiring nga sa Pilipinas, no? Part and part. So, with that comes a number of, I think, issues na kailangan yung pag-isipan. And lagi kong sinasabi sa mga kliyente ko, look, there are 3 things na kailangan yung pag-isipan maigi before you take the plunge. Unang-una po, loss of, itong pag-usapan natin ngayon, part 1, loss of UK residency or possible loss of UK residency. And what can you do to avoid that, no? And yung pangalawa, pension, no? Kung matagal na nga kayo dito, nagbabayad kayong national insurance contribution or indeed, of course, your tax, ano makukuha nyo, no? Pension nyo nga dito. Kung meron kayong asawa, no? What's the position now with that also? Are you able to collect your pension kung nandun nga kayo sa atin? That's next week, yung part 2 po natin. Part 3 po is NHS care. So, sabihin natin, natagalan kayo sa atin, pabalik kayo dito, may nangyari, no? Gusto nyo magpagamot nga dito, and are you entitled to NHS care, no? And it's not automatic kahit Briton na kayo, no? Yung po part 3 natin. So, those are the 3 issues. Lagi kong sinasabi sa mga kliyente ko, pag-isipan yung maigi, yung tatlong yun, bago kayo magdesisyon, no? So, unang-una po, ito, part 1, which is probably of those 3, the most important section. Dahil kung mawala nga ang residente nyo dito, residency nyo nga dito, then it means that you won't be able to come back to the UK and the other 2, no? That is potentially yung pension rights or possible pension rights and indeed NHS care is not going to do you any good if you can't come back to the United Kingdom. So yung po pag-uusapan natin ngayon. So probably the most important one of the 3 parts. So immigration and retiring in the Philippines. So kung let's start with the first thing kung British na kayo, no? Ibig sabihin you went through naturalization and now you have a British passport. Then you won't lose your British passport kahit nga matagalang kayo sa atin. You would only lose your British passport if you become not conducive to the public good o malaman nila that you obtained your citizenship through deception, for example. But that thankfully hardly ever happens nga, no? So kung Briton na kayo, then you don't need to worry about losing your British citizenship. So sabihin natin British passport holder kayo, dual kayo, no? Balak nyo uuwi kayo nga sa atin, and then you don't come back for you may not come back for another 10 years or even 20 years, no? As long as you have a British citizenship, no, then you can come back to the United Kingdom anytime. You don't need to worry about 2 years or 5 years in relation to EU. You can come back anytime because you are a British citizen. No? So that's the first thing. So I have had clients, they ask me, okay, pagka matatapos na yung passport nyo, because British passports are valid usually for 10 years nga lang, does that mean mawawala na nga yung citizenship? Hindi po, passport lang yun. That means you simply need to apply for another passport, no? Another British passport. And of course, because we're now allowed to have dual citizenship, you can also have, of course, a Philippine passport. So you would then have dual citizenship. So yun hindi yung problema as regards loss of UK residency kung British passport holder na nga kayo. Now, what becomes a problem, and this is, it happens more frequently than it should, really, no? Yung loss of UK residency, ibig sabihin kung indefinite leave to remain nga kayo, or otherwise known as, referred to as settled status, for example, or permanent residence. No? Those phrases are often used interchangeably. So, pero ibig sabihin, indefinite na nga kayo. It normally comes about, so sabihin natin pumasok nga kayo dito as a spouse, no? Or indeed as a worker, no? In the olden days, work permit, ngayon skilled worker route, and tapos nakakuha kayo ng indefinite leave to remain, so settled status as a result of it, no? As a spouse, after 5 years, nowadays 5 years as with a spouse visa, so 2.5 and 2.5, or as a worker, no? Again, 5 years po. So nakakuha na kayo indefinite leave to remain. And a lot of my clients, nagsakripisyo nga sila. Some of them are separated nga from family. Some of them put up with certain working conditions that are quite difficult nga. Pero finally, nakuha nila yung indefinite leave to remain nga nila. So, settled status na nga, no? So, indefinite leave to remain or settled status, ibig ba sabihin indefinite? Hindi po. Indefinite leave to remain, in fact, has in a way an expiry date, no, for want of a better word. So it just means indefinite nga kayo dito. Of course, you can stay here. Hindi nyo kailangan extend nga yung visa nyo as long as you remain in the UK. But if you leave the United Kingdom, no, and stay away consecutively, so tuloy-tuloy over 2 years, automatically po mawawala yung indefinite nyo. Okay? They don't even have to do anything. It is automatically, no, cancelled yung indefinite nyo. And this happens a lot, and probably actually happened even more because of the COVID nga, no? Mga tao they got stuck there. I mean, there's provision dealing specifically with COVID, where someone could not come back to the UK because of that. But of course, COVID ended nearly 2 years ago now, no? And so it's no longer a strong reason, no, for explaining why it is that you've not been able to come back to the United Kingdom. So unang-una po, although ang tawag yung indefinite leave to remain, hindi naman ibig sabihin that you're not going to lose it, that you have indefinite leave to remain forevermore kung nasaan man kayo. It doesn't have to be the Philippines. You can be elsewhere. But if you're retiring in the Philippines, and what often happens is, yung kalayante ko, matagal na nga dito, gusto magpahinga, no? And meron ng konting pundo, uwi sila sa atin. And they have a great time nga sa Pilipinas. And yung pundo nga, yan man ng negosyo nga sila, no? And you know, half of the time, I'm sure, you know, it works, but the other, sometimes it doesn't work, no? Tapos, gusto nang bumalik nga dito or something else, no? They want to come back to the United Kingdom because nanditong pamilya, no? And it's 2 years later. So tuloy-tuloy sila doon. Umuwi sila 2 years ago. Tuloy-tuloy sila doon. Hindi nga sila bumalik. No? So continuous absence in the United Kingdom for over 2 years. Pagpasok nyo dito, because of the fact that you've been away consecutively for 2 years, they will likely say to you, well, in that case, the visa is cancelled, which is a massive shock, for those people who are affected, because if you don't know na yung nga ang nangyari, so 2 years is the magic number. Kung tuloy-tuloy wala kayo dito for 2 years, it means yung visa nyo, yung indefinite leave to remain nyo, makakancel nila. Now, it's different though kung sabihin natin, labas-pasok kayo dito. Marami din kong kliyente, 6 months sa atin, 6 months dito, balik na naman. So usually during the winter time, dahil napakalamig nga dito, that's fine. Okay? Pero ingat pa rin kayo doon. Just because you're coming back within the 2-year period, hindi naman ibig sabihin hindi kayo sisitahin. Kung masita kayo, kailangan nyo mapakita nga na dito pa rin kayo nakatira. That you have UK as your resident nga. So, importante po, meron kayong tutuluyan nga dito. If you have to give up your rental accommodation, make sure na pagka nandito nga kayo, meron kayong tutuluyan, and that is also noted as your residence in the United Kingdom. Kung meron kayong mga bank account, and you probably would have a bank account nga, keep it open, and make sure that you use it also. So kung meron kayong pension, doon pumapasok, kinukuha nyo nga lang pagka nasa Pilipinas nga kayo. So makikita nila ginagamit nyo, Kung meron kayong pamilya nga dito, mga anak, even though they're adults, then that also is good evidence nga that you have maintained the United Kingdom as your residence. So, kahit nga it's short of 2 years kayo, hindi naman ibig sabihin hindi kayo kung masita kayo, they can still rescind that visa, Pwede pa rin bawiin yung indefinite nyo because your entry into the UK, your purpose of entering the UK, iba na. So, kung masita kayo sa airport, tapos tanungin kayo, why you in the United Kingdom? Kung sabihin nyo, well, I'm just here to visit, Then immediately, it puts in question nga, why it is that you are actually no longer resident in the United Kingdom. And it's also not true. That even though, okay, siguro meron kayong bibisitahin dito, mga anak nyo, mga kaibigan nyo nga dito, this is actually where you live. So, ang sagot, which is the correct, which is actually the truth, is dito kayo nakatira, So, and then if they ask you nga for evidence, then at least meron kayong address nga dito, bank statements, and hopefully that's then the end of it. And if they're satisfied nga na yun, then they should simply allow you to come into the UK, no more questions asked. Okay. What could go wrong, if it goes wrong, nagdududa nga sila, then they can say, well, in that case, we're not satisfied na actually residente nga kayo dito. We're going to give you immigration bail. Huwag kayo matakot doon. Ibig nga lang sabihin, you have to produce within a specific amount of time nga ebidensya dito nga kayo nakatira. Okay. That sometimes happens kung ang visa nyo, yung indefinite nyo, nakatatak nga lang sa passport, Because really, kung tatak nga lang, you should get a BRP, a Biometric Residence Permit card. Okay. So they may want to simply, you may need to apply for that and then send them nga a certified copy of that. So hopefully that will then satisfy them. It could also be na because sinabi nyo dito nga, hindi na kayo nakatira nga dito, bawiin nga nila yung indefinite. It could be that they still let you in, but give you a visit visa. Okay? So it's not, kahit nga you're under 2 years absent from the United Kingdom, or indeed less time nga than that, hindi ibig sabihin na walang problema. So mag-ingat nga kayo. But most of the time, it's not an issue. 6 months doon, 6 months dito. You simply say that, you're retired now, dito kayo nakatira for itong bahay nyo. Of course, residente nyo dito sa UK, but you're traveling, for example. So that is if you are less than 2 years absent from the United Kingdom. Big problems come about if you are more than 2 years absent from the United Kingdom. There are some exemptions. So, for example, if you are part of a family of armed forces, no? But most of the time, hindi nga yun ang sitwasyon. So, if you are, therefore, indefinite na nga kayo, tapos umuwi kayo sa atin, lagpas ng 2 taong kayo sa atin, automatically po, mawawala yung indefinite nyo. So, pagka pumasok nga kayo dito, nasita kayo dito, then it is likely sasabihin ng Home Office or the immigration officer nga, when that case you can't come in. Kundi wala na nga kayong visa. They can't even grant you a visa there. That's all changed, no? So ibig sabihin kailangan yung bumalik nga sa atin. They can't grant you indefinite leave to remain o balik nila doon. That's not a possibility. It is automatically revoked, no? So now what then happens? If that anong pwede yung gawin? You can challenge that, no? That yung decision to revoke your indefinite leave to remain by way of what's called administrative review or judicial review. Pero they're not appeals. And they are much more difficult to establish nga as administrative review, which is the Home Office reviewing the Home Office's decision. That hardly ever works, frankly. And judicial review is going to the court to say, okay, they didn't apply the correct process. But they don't look at other things, other factors like family life, because it's not an appeal to the first-tier tribunal. No, so it's difficult to challenge once your indefinite leave to remain is revoked. Now, sabihin natin, pumasok kayo dito, hindi ka pinapasok, balik kayo sa atin. What else can you do if you're not looking to challenge by way of administrative review or judicial review? You can't, no? The judicial review challenge time lang, it's actually 3 months lang po. When you miss the deadline, you can't then challenge. Now, what you could then also do is you can make an application. Pero application po, it's a returning resident application. Now, that application is submitted online, no, like most applications na nga ngayon, and there's a fee of I think it's 531 pounds ang pagbayad nga sa Home Office. Now, anong kailangan yung pakita? Kailangan ipakita, so you need to produce your current passport and your previous passports. Also, kailangan ipakita documents to show ang tawag nga nila ties to the United Kingdom. So you need to be able to show and satisfy nga the Home Office that dito pa rin nga kayo may nakatira effectively, or you have strong ties in the United Kingdom. By that, meron akong mga kaibigan, kamag-anak dito, no? Kapatid o kaya o spouses, no, in the United Kingdom. Kung meron kayong address nga dito na doon, bank statements nga yun, no? Kailangan yung pasok yung lahat with your application, and hopefully you get it, no, the returning resident. Kung makuha niyo yun, ibabalik sa inyo yung indefinite leave to remain. Okay? Kung hindi niyo makuha, then there's a possibility that you can appeal that decision kung meron kayong mga pamilya nga dito. Okay? So, kung meron kang pamilya dito, kapatid o anak o mga asawa nga dito, you must include that as representations in with your application. Then that way, you get hopefully a right to appeal, because a right to an appeal is far easier because of the wider factors the court can look at nga, no, than say judicial review or certainly administrative review. So if worst comes to worst, ma-refuse yung application nyo, you want to be able to appeal that decision, no? And hopefully then you win. Again, if it goes to appeal, manalo nga kayo, then again, likelihood is you will get your indefinite leave to remain back, no? And then you're back to square one. But all that is stressful, no? Expensive and stressful. And it could it could mean, of course, kung kailangan yung bumalik dito dahil you need sabihin natin you need treatment, no, o kaya yung mga anak nyo nandito, it can be devastating, no. So what can you order to try and avoid that problem? Unang-una po, see if you can apply nga for naturalization. I mean, that's the best way, and in a way, the easiest way of ensuring that you don't have this problem in the future. So, ang application, unang-una nga, naturalization. Pagka naturalize na kayo, then you can apply for British passport. No? Kung 65 na kayo o lagpas na, you don't actually need to undertake the Life in the UK test or the English language. Alam ko, marami akong mga kliyente na natakot sila dun sa Life in the UK and the English language, which is fair enough. Dahil talagang ang hirap nga yung Life in the UK. Pero 65 plus na kayo, that you will be exempt. Kung meron kayong sakit, and that potentially causes an issue with studying for and undertaking Life in the UK in English language, then again, you can you can submit an application for exemption. So if there are issues now with eyesight, that's a typical thing. Then there's a possibility that you can be exempt even though you're under 65 nga. So that would be one thing. I mean, that's the best way to try and avoid this problem of getting yung indefinite leave to remain rescinded. Because of course, pagka British na kayo, then the indefinite leave to remain, baliwala na because you're now British. Now, if for whatever reason you can't, you have not applied, you can't apply for British passport naturalization nga, make sure na yung mga dokumento nyo nga, it shows that you actually remain resident in the UK. Yun ang pangalawang kailangan nyo gawin o pwede nyo gawin. So they would be things like, kung meron kayong, pagka nandito kayo, nakikita kayo sa kapatid nyo, kaibigan nyo, you have that as a residential address. No? Kung meron kayong pension, that bumabagsak mga correspondence, for example. No? So that you can show, it is something that you continue to use that residence. And also yung bank account nyo, I've seen so many times na people have just simply closed their accounts. No? Akala nila hindi na nga sila babalik nga dito. No? Don't close your accounts. Most accounts, as long as there's a bit of money in there, they don't even charge you for usage of the account, and use it. No, if you have pension, it should go in there. So you have a UK pension, state pension, for example, going into your UK bank account. No? Pwede naman kunin yung pera dun sa atin because that's the great thing about globalization of financial institutions. No, so kung meron kang account dito, pwede niyo pa rin gamitin ngayon o kunin yung pera nyo in the Philippines. No, so that would be the next thing you can do. That is, make sure na meron kayong mga dokumento nga dito. And frankly, the third thing you can do is just don't be away for 2 years. No, I've had clients who've said, "Oh well, yeah, at the time we couldn't really, we didn't want to pay for a ticket, to come into the United Kingdom, and they've gone over the 2 years. And for goodness sake, make sure, bilangin nyo, put it in the diary, because 2 years goes really fast. And sometimes, kung marami kayong inaasikaso sa atin, may sakit, may negosyo kayo doon, nandoon pamilya nyo, o nag-aaral nga kayo sa atin, you easily lose track of time. And and before you know it, lagpas ng 2 years. Okay? Make sure po yun. And that way, you don't lose really what's often very hard-earned status nga in the UK. And it's not just I think nowadays, minimum siguro to get to indefinite leave to remain is 5 years, where you are spouse and married to a British citizen. I have a lot of clients nga, it's more than, doubling nga, 10 years to get indefinite leave to remain. So it is so important that you preserve, your status in the UK, just in case nga in the future gusto nyong bumalik, or you need to come back, because of health, finances, or relationship. Sometimes nga, I've had clients who have gone back with their spouses, and that relationship did not work out. Tapos yung asawa nyo gusto nyo maiwan nga sa Pilipinas, but you want to come back. So there are things that you can do to try and avoid this problem, because it is so incredibly crucial that you maintain this option, and that's what it is. It is an option, and why lose that option if you don't have to? So be careful, be prepared, no? And basic thing, as I say, diarize it, and hopefully it doesn't happen to you. But be prepared, even though less than 2 years ang absences nyo nga dito. Just be careful, because indefinite leave to remain, regrettably, does not mean indefinite.
Okay, nako mahirap mahirap magkaroon ng citizenship, mahirap i-work out yung residency, and we equate it. I always say this, kumbaga, very hackneyed, trite and hackneyed or overused na. We associate it to like winning a lottery, no? Diba? Parang kasi pagka na-solve yung problema mo in terms of immigration, parang you think of it na an opportunity in improving on your lives, no? Dahil mas malaki ang kikitain, ganyan, pagka nasa abroad, no? Lalo na, kunyari, ganito, UK and America, o saan man, no? Yeah, oh. So, dalawang bagay, no? One is naturalization, no? Try to work on that. Secondly is don't be away for more than 2 years. Yun. Yung ba pinaka, ano pa, o may isa pa? Tama, yun ang pinaka,
just be prepared, no? So you don't cancel your bank accounts, no? Your bank because
don't cancel.
Why do you want to even do that, no? So it's be prepared just in case.
Be prepared.
That tama ka, Sonny, no? It's so important sa atin, no?
Yeah. Okay, teka muna, attorney. Segue na tayo sa mga questions, because we have some questions. So meron tayong mga questions. Sige. Rose L, pakibasa, attorney.
Okay. Hi, Rose. So, magandang gabi po sa inyo lahat. This is my question po, Attorney Lira and Sir Sonny. Possible po ba makuha ko yung 22 years old na anak ko po from Philippines after makuha yung spouse visa ko for my British husband? Gusto pong sana nandito siya sa UK mag-aral. Possible po ba? Thanks and God bless. Rose, okay. Now, this is a question that I get actually fairly regularly, no? Adult dependents, adult children nga. Dahil dito 18 ang deadline. So as a dependent, chances are not is the answer, no? Unless may sakit siya, talagang malala nga, in which case you can have a look at the adult dependent route. Pero usually, so kung he's 22 tapos okay naman siya, wala naman siyang sakit, no? Gusto niya mag-aral nga lang dito, the adult dependent route is not going to help you. Kung gusto niya mag-aral dito, sure, she can make an application nga as a student, no? He needs to study in an institution that provides what's called a CAS, a certificate. It's a sponsorship, no? And galing yun sa sponsored school, sponsored uni, for example. Just beware though, Rose, the overseas student fees, no? You're looking at probably 3 times the amount. Yeah. So pagka naghahanap nga siya ng university o college nga dito, unang-una they have to be sponsored, may lisensya nga sila. And that should be clear also from their website. At saka pangalawa, tignan nyo, magkano ba? That it could be cripplingly expensive. So dependent, hindi po pwede. Aral, sure, but beware nga, sponsored license, at saka have a look at the practical issue, na kaya nyo ba? Because it's quite expensive to study here.
Below 18 ang age, no? So the adult dependent ito, and it's posible pero very difficult, no? And kung mag-aaral, okay lang, siguro. Lalo na yung mga masteral. Uso pa ba, attorney? Is it also pagka nagma-masteral, mga doctoral, does it help? Is it an advantage pagka ganyan ang ginawa? Ganyan, no? Meron, no?
Yeah,
parang
you
special,
can. Because they're obviously a higher degree.
If they can afford it, no? Okay. All right. Next question, sige, attorney. Go.
Okay, galing po to kay Lisel. Lisel M. Yeah. Hi, Attorney Lira and Sir Sonny. Currently holding po ako ng spouse visa. Nandito po ako sa Pinas ngayon and planning to go this July. Oh, nice. July 2023. How long can I stay po sa UK for holidays or long vacation? Okay, Lisel. Pero kung spouse visa ka, you can stay here for, usually what happens, kung may spouse visa ka, bibigyan ka maigsing visa, which is just the entry visa, no? That would be normally for a month, no? Maybe 2 months nga maximum. Pasok ka dito, gagamitin mo yung pasok ka nga dito. Pagka nandito ka na, then you get from here yung BRP mo, and you own yung 2.5 years na ibibigay nga sa'yo as a spouse. So, if you have that visa na 2.5 years nga dito, you can stay in the UK for as long as that. Now, kung ibang visa mo, so visit visa ka nga dito, family visit visa, now that would be different. That means, ang visa mo, 6 months, no? Well, kahit bigyan ka mahabang visit visa, hindi ibig sabihin that you can stay for that long. If kung visit visa ka, you're looking at a maximum of 6 months per stay in the United Kingdom. Pero kung spouse visa ka, you don't need to worry how long you can stay here for holiday because you can stay here for good, no? The 2.5 years. So for as long as your visa remains. And then you can extend it another 2.5 years. Pagka 5 taon ka na dito, then you can make an application, of course, for indefinite leave to remain. Kung Brito ng asawa mo, immediately after getting indefinite, pwede ka na magpasok ng naturalization, which is of course British passport. Yon. So good luck, and hopefully you come in July, Lisel.
Oo nga. Oh, nakakapagtaka, no? Tatanong siya kung gano'ng katagal kung may spouse visa ka na, wala ka ng problema, di ba? So, okay. Ayan, third, and meron tayong third question. Sige, go. Segue tayo kagad, direct. Si Edward Duay.
Hi, Edgar.
Meron bang tanong ba dito? Direct? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
Yung
meron Barrio Fiesta sila. June 3, mga kaibigan. Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Talaga? Oh, wonderful. Happy Barrio Fiesta.
Yes.
It's galing po to kay Edgar, our lovely Mr. Duay. So tanong po niya, yung mga bagong nurse na pumasa ng IELTS, dapat pa ba silang kumuha ng English test upon getting their naturalization? The English test, yes, Edgar. Dahil nga, it's the validity is 2 years lang, no? So pagkakukuha sila ng naturalization nga, it's then passed, no? Dahil it's 2.5 usually. 3 years actually, 3 years or 2 years, tapos another 2 years nga. So if if it's already passed the English language, then kailangan nilang kumuha because there's a validity nga of 2 years. And definitely po yung life in the UK. But hindi naman siguro yung problema. The English actually usually hindi yung problema. It's a bit of a pain, and of course it's cost. Ang problema po often is the life in the UK. That's the tricky one. I did a mock. It's on YouTube, no? I did a mock life in the UK test. I failed. That was 6 months ago. So it's really. I was so annoyed with myself. So it truly it's not. And I keep up with current affairs, and also I know. I enjoy a little bit of history nga, but my goodness me, I failed. So if you fail your life in the UK, mga kababayan, no, kung hindi ka nga kayo makapasa, don't worry, take it again. You can take it for as long as you need, as long as you need to. The life in the UK. That's the only good thing with that. Pero kailangan yung pagbasahin. Anyway, Edgar. So it's a good question because it's one that's actually quite common.
Okay. When I took it almost 20 years ago, parang malipis pa, hindi pa ganun kapal eh. I'm sure pagka nag-test din ako, hindi ko rin mapapasa yan, no? Napakahirap. Okay. Meron tayong last but not the least question. Not last question na pala. Okay. Nag-iiyak tong gusto kasi kinukulong ko si Snooki, nag-iiyak eh. But yeah, go ahead, attorney. Sige.
Galing po to kay Ann M. Good evening, Attorney Lira and Sir Sonny. First time po naming uuwi ng Pinas after 2 years. Okay? Dati po akong nurse sa care home. Pero nag-change employer po ako dahil lumipat po ako ng hospital. May bago na po kaming visa and BRP cards. May nababasa ako na bago umuwi ng Pinas, need daw po yung OEC. No? since nag-change employer po ako, nag-try po ako mag-process online, pero ang lumalabas po ay no available date. Ano po kaya magandang gawin? Pwede pa bang mag-process via online? Ano rin po ang mga requirements? Thanks in advance. Galing po ito kay Anne. And I actually looked into this a little bit more for you, no? I don't think actually na kailangan mo ng appointment because it's an application online na pwede mong gawin. Now, I wonder, Paula, nasa iba yung link? If you can go into that. Ito po, no? This is the application form that you need to complete, yeah? Now, I can send you this link also. So, kung kailangan na makikita mo, kopya ng employment mo. And this is something, actually, you can see there, sabi doon, London. Now, you need to provide the information. So, unang-una, sabi doon, number 1, copy employment contract, no? Pangalawa, copy passport, no? Tapos, number 3, copy biometric residence permit. Copy 4, copy latest payslip or company ID or certificate of employment. And then 5, affidavit of worker stating circumstances and timeline. So, kailangan mo explain nga doon, nagbago nga. And there's a fee of £9, no? So, mangyayari, papadala mo yan, itong form na and the documents that you have to the email. It's a lot in actually the Philippine embassy, no? So yan, no? Polo _ POLO _ London at dole.gov.ph. Doon papadala lahat. With, of course, you have to pay through the account is Barclays nga. And you don't, as far as I can see here, need an appointment nga. You submit it and then you get nga the OEC via this. So it's just you have to have an OWA current membership. Anyway, it's good to have an OWA current membership. So if you don't have that or nag-expire na, you have to pay £23. So I don't actually think na kailangan mong mag-appointment. The appointment that I think you were looking at it is confusing at a website that takes you through the appointment dates nga. But I don't think you actually need that. So try this. Kung uuwi ka kayo ng sabi mo July or June, no? Do this now, okay? In case they're quite busy. But when I looked into this, you did not need an appointment. You need to submit it online, and then they actually email you then yung OEC mo. Tama ka, kailangan mong kumuha ng panibago. Oh gosh, kailangan mo kumuha ng panibago because you're not exempt dahil nagbago nga yung trabaho mo. Kung hindi nagbago ang trabaho mo, then you don't actually need it seems, no? But nagbago, you do need a new one. So tama ka. But I don't think, the good news is, I don't think you actually need to physically go there. No.
Okay, all right. Okay, ayan, nako, I hope nag-enjoy sila ngayon sa gabing ito. Attorney, nag-iiyak na to. Di ko lang kasi mapakawalan dahil magtatatahol to. Alam mo, yung hindi naman sa nagko-complain yung mga neighbors, kaya lang parang kasi masyado matahol itong maliit na to. But anyway, I'm sure everybody had a great time tonight. No? Ang dami nating natutunan. At with all the questions, no? Ako, it's quite interesting din pag may mga questions dahil you get to learn, no? Okay, May Tigbaw Vargas, basahin natin, pakibasa lang, attorney, before we say goodbye.
Yeah, the lovely May Tigbaw Vargas. Good evening and happy Thursday po sa lahat watching from Exeter, Devon. Oh, I love that place. Beautiful. I'm so jealous always. Yes. Beautiful place.
Yes. Meron pa ba? Direct? Okay, sige, ano pang greetings yan? Sige ba? Okay. Jojo Jensen.
Yeah.
Jensen. Jensen kasi, no? Pagka-Amerikano.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like your hair, Sonny. Bagay. Yeah, tingnan mo.
Yeah. Oh, she's a good friend of mine. She is the president of Filipinas in Aarhus. They pronounce it Aarhus, but if you read it, parang Aarhus. ARRHUS in Denmark. Yeah. Oh, si Jojo Jensen is a very good singer.
Hi, Jojo.
Yeah, and I love her. Mabait yan, si Jojo Jensen. And pagka gusto natin magpunta sa Aarhus, no? Yan. Jutland, no? Jutland. Yan siya. Mabait yan. A very good friend of ours. And a very, leader yan sa Filipino community dyan sa Denmark. Mabuhay okay.
Oh,
Edgar
great.
Dual, sige, pakibasa, attorney.
Hi Edgar, maayong gabi sa
Hmm.
inyong lahat and advance maligayang kaarawan sa sexy golden voice of media. Tama ka, no? Sir Sonny L. And to the ever romantic inteligente abogada Lira C. He's so poetic, yeah. To the lead singer, Pau Pau, congrats. Ma'am Cora, Emmeline, Oliver, Analu, Darmin, Edgardo, and Rudy L. Magandang gabi, Edgar.
Oh.
We miss you.
Magandang gabi,
Miss you.
Edgar. Birthday ko sa July pa. July pa, hindi pa July
Yeah,
pa.
nearly there. Yeah,
Nearly
and so
there. Yeah.
punta kayo
Kaya
sa
Dubai,
Derby sa 3rd of June
Yes.
3, Barrio Derby, Barrio Fiesta. Kakanta ng banda
May
RI2
may
namin.
banda rito, Yes.
Wow. I'll
Yes.
have a look,
Yes,
no?
yes.
Yeah. 3rd of June, Ano yun? Sabado,
3rd of
linggo?
June.
O Sabado at saka linggo?
Sabado yata. Sabado. We'll check kung ano. Sabado yata. I'm not sure. So, yeah, okay. I guess it's time for us to say goodbye. Maraming salamat ho sa mga greetings. Maraming salamat sa mga questions. And thank you very much for being with us, no? I hope you guys had a wonderful time, no? Attorney, baka meron ka pa mga pahabol na dagdag sasabihin o gusto pang ipaliwanag. You might have forgotten something that you have probably remembered, no? Na gusto mo pang paalala or how to get in touch with you, no? Go, attorney.
Okay, so hopefully you enjoyed that. I certainly enjoyed it nga. And as I say, it's part 1 of the 3 parts dealing with immigration retiring in the Philippines. So, kung meron po kayong question, gusto niyo paliwanag ko o kaya generally po, itong email ko address po, you can contact me by emailing me at CABATBAT@Douglas, dalaw po yung S, -simon.com, no? Lagay nyo nga lang sa subject Immigration Corner. So at least I can find it again. Ang problema ko, binubuksan ko ng oras nga, tapos sarado ko, I never find it again. So please put in Immigration Corner so I can just search the subject nga. You're welcome to call me, but probably best to email. Pero ang telephone number po namin to 0203-375-0245. Yung pag-uusapan po natin, especially nga, yung topic nga, retiring in the Philippines, loss of residency and the other topics, in the past and of course in the future nga, nilalagay po namin sa website namin. Ito pong website namin sa www.douglas-simon.com. So if you go into that, makikita nyo, under the news section, yung mga articles ko po, some may be of interest to you. Feel free to download, send it on, make comments nga. Happy to assist, no? But anyway, so just to say thank you again, no, for joining us, no? It's always a pleasure, and I really truly, alam ko sasabi, hindi ito bola. I truly look forward to Thursdays. It's true sa akin, truly a happy Thursday.
At saka parang it's nice, no? 'Di ba? Parang seeing an old friend. Parang every week it's seeing an old friend again, no? Or being with our friends, yung mga kababayan natin. And nakakatuwa, no? It's really tama yan, very humbling yan, no? They are there with us all the time.
Oh.
So I guess it's time for us to say goodbye, no? May message pa. Sorry,
may message nga lang
okay.
si Ma'am Cora. So
Ma'am Cora,
sabi po
okay.
niya, many thanks again for sharing us these 3 immigration laws na ibinahagi, no, nyo sa amin. Deep Tagalog, no? Yung second and third, babahagi namin sa iba na saklaw dito. Ako naman ay dual citizen na 4 years ago. Thank God, no? Well done, Ma'am Cora, no? Now I've learned from you that I don't need to worry kahit matagal ang bakasyon ko sa atin or anywhere, no? Tama ka, Ma'am Cora, tama ka. I love the deep Tagalog.
You can travel anywhere. You haven't got any hassles of having to apply for a visa, unless kailangan na visa. Pero the British passport is one of the top 5 passports in the world, no? So you can go to many countries without any need for a visa. So ayan, no, advantage nun. Okay. Well, meron pa pala. Yan.
Yeah, just to say, thank you, no? Thank you din po for tuning in.
Natutunan.
Yeah, marami akong natutunan.
Okay.
It's our pleasure, no? Certainly mine.
Okay, yeah, our pleasure. And thank you, Gabriela, for being always there and watching us. Okay, well, I guess it's time for us to say goodbye. Magpapaalam na ho tayo, no? Sana nag-enjoy ho kayo, no? Enjoy in terms of, enjoy din sa kwentuhan namin ni Attorney at enjoy din sa ating topic na sana'y maski paano meron ho kayong napulot, and you might be able to impart or share to other people. So with that, we'll say goodbye now. Let's do it again, no? Magkita-kita ho tayo next Thursday for another Happy Thursday. So till then, Sonny here saying thank you. Sa ngalan ho ni Attorney Lira Simon CABATBAT, sa ngalan ni Director Paula Perez, at sa ngalan ho ng ating little dog, yung pet pom ho natin, si Smokey. Ito po si Sonny LARAGAN sabing thank you, good night, and take care. God bless. Bye-bye. Bye.